missed the goal.
Seen this movie, I've read this book before, we come back and we watch.
Welcome to the Nepean Cup. Tuesday night, home of the Brave Andromeda Oval. In for a big one here today. Taking on Cranebrook in the Cup. Last time we got a 0-0 draw with them with 9 men, but you know what the Cup's like. It's anyone's game. We saw Crystal Palace over the weekend. Shout out to RD32. I'm sure he's seen our content before.
It's good to be back. This ground.
Tell us about this ground, what happened in your last?
Got a red card, didn't I?
You did, you broke your leg.
Nori got suspended and he's got the same number as Ben. I'm going to kill a python in my mouth. 47. No, we're not there yet. Oh, lovely. 7. Lovely. Can you address some of the YouTube comments you saw over the weekend, please?
Yes, saw them, read them,
Loved them.
felt them.
Riz.
Yeah, and just a big apology to the fans out there that I may have let down, but tonight is the final reckoning, as they say, or whatever.
Hey! Oh!
How you feeling?
Good, man. I want to have a shot because I haven't even warmed up.
Give Ben a shot, please. Haircut.
I know, I fucking do, it's bad. Need to go straight to the barber tomorrow.
That's enough from you. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pumped, you know, we're going to get the win. We're going to keep going on the trot. We're going to get this.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens, I just found out he's half New Zealand, so my night's made.
No English.
Yeah, no English.
Fucking Maltese fella.
Shit, cut that.
We're going to start off with the starting line. I'm going to do this off the cuff. I'm going to go with what we know.
I don't know if you know anything.
No, I do. All right, we'll go with the front three of Byers, Comf, Ben Corn. Okay, we're going to go in reverse. Then we're going to go with the midfield three of Sam, Rizzo, and we'll go with Leany to start off with. James Hughes, Ned, Turbo, and myself. So on the bench, I should have Jimmyjam, Schmidt, and who else? Nori. Nori. Strong bench. Lads, this is our best chance of silverware in my opinion. It's 4 games. It's very simple football, and all it requires is 90 minutes. The thing about the Cup is you can't get it back. Fucking once it's 90 minutes, it's done. You're either in or out. Have a fucking proper crack. We've been playing some good football recently. The first half on the weekend was beautiful. Second half is what it is. And the week before we played our best football so far. So we'll continue with that. I'll leave some final words to Rizzo on what it means to play in the Cup.
Oh.
Rizzo's uncle played for Palace over like 150 times, right?
Yeah, so it's a very special week for my family, as you know. Palace won the FA Cup, so now I'm on a high. We're going to get a win tonight as well, yeah? Means everything. Play for the badge, play for this Cup. Fuck, we played you boys last year. You guys got a bit unlucky. Doesn't happen this year. We fucking win it this year. Yeah? We fucking win it this year. Yeah?
All right, 3, 2, 1, strong bench.
3, 2, 1, strong bench!
Welcome back to Sunday League, but today we're playing in the Nepean Cup. But there's one thing you must know is that we actually play in the same division as this team. We both play Division 2, and a massive shout out to our ultras before we begin. I truly appreciate you guys in the comment section every week. Now, as I mentioned, we play in the same division. We've actually already played this year. We had 2 red cards. Why? Well, I can't shut up, and Nori can't stop lunging in. And unfortunately, the moment of the season so far, as voted by the fans, is Comfort's 90th minute miss. That ended in a 0-0 draw. Not much to write home about, seriously. But we are versing Cranebrook today. As I mentioned earlier, 0-0 draw. We did beat them 1-0 and 3-2 last year, but we did get knocked out of the first round of Nepean Cup to Emu Plains last year. Now, here's Comfort. He's in serious form recently, and you know what an attempt like that tells me? On the bounce volley from outside the box, it's a man full of confidence and backing himself to score from anywhere. Byers to the back post. Ben Corn still going to swing it despite getting nowhere near it. Semi Fennick, bottom corner. Great save from the keeper, and we could be in for a long night because you know what the Cup's like. It's a keeper's night. Seriously, a keeper's night. The ball's going to get played to me here. I'm going to get hit a little bit late. That's not a problem. Rizzo's going to play out, and I'm going to keep this clip in. You know why? Because we've changed. And change is good, and change is natural, and we should celebrate it. Because we've changed in the way we play football. This is beautiful football, in my opinion. And, you know, old habits do die hard as well, and some things don't change. And one of those things that won't change is Ben Corn taking a tumble. If any future referees of the Nepean Division 2 teams watching this, Ben Corn did definitely not dive. Now, Comfort's going to find the ball here. Maybe we told him too much time, but I want you to watch closely. This guy looks like he's the Spurs badge. He just stood on the ball there like the chicken on the beach ball for Tottenham Hotspur. Shout out to Big Ange. We're going to get to him in a second. Now, one thing you may not know about me is I actually got fired from Coles. I got fired from Coles Deli for eating all the stock. But that hasn't stopped me from starting my own fruit and veg department. My front three consists of boysenberry, kumquat, and corn. If you don't know what a kumquat is, it's like a citrus. You can find it on trees. I don't recommend eating it straight off the tree, but if you want to play for Blacks and Redbacks, that's something you're probably going to have to do. And there's them linking up again with a mix of Leany, the man from New Zealand. Shout out to Sam Fennick for learning that fact earlier. Now, Sam Fennick's going to get fouled here, speaking of the devil, and he's going to interrogate me about who it was. He's not happy.
Who's that? Is that you?
I'm Italian. I'm a loyal man, but I'm not a snitch. So when Sam keeps interrogating, I give him a little nod. You know, that's not something that would be held up in the court of law as a form of admission, but I think it's enough to tell Sam the big fella did it. Now, there's a ball to the back post, and contrary to the Ultras' belief that I shouldn't be on dead balls, I think that stands as, you know, proof that that experiment works. You can get Fat Pirlo on a dead ball. Where do you think the name came from? Now, speaking of Pirlo, this is a ball he'd be proud of. Wow, look at that. Into their star striker, John, and shit, we're 1-0 down. These things happen, and they happen quickly. They happen seriously quickly. Now, you see me here trying to tell the boys it's calm, it's all good. We've got it covered. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we've been following Ange this year, and an opponent he came up against was the Norwegian small club of Bodø/Glimt in the Europa League semi-finals. And one thing they do there is they judge themselves on how they played, whether they played well or bad. It doesn't matter whether they win, lost, or draw. Their main metric is, did we play good football? And they go from there. Apparently, they don't say the word win or lose at their club. I don't know about that. Shout out to Jimmyjam here. They're really looking to create an opportunity. That's what you call a spiritual leader, by the way. Yeah, I know he ditched the boys a few weeks ago and got on the beers. These things happen. But he makes up for it with efforts. And he's going to have a fair few more efforts later this game. Now, there's Turbo at the back just doing the damn thing. And like I mentioned earlier, we're playing new football. We've changed. This is stylistic. And when you sign players like Semi Fennick, it looks even more beautiful. It's like the cherry on top of a red velvet cake. It's gorgeous stuff. It's seriously gorgeous stuff. Have a look at that. And shout out to Ricardo Quaresma. I hope he watches the videos because I think I mentioned him 10 times over the past few weeks. Now, Turbo's going to dink this ball to the middle. And if you know me, you know if you handball it, you never raise your hands. And Ned still hasn't learned his lesson. As I mentioned earlier, we have changed, but old habits do die hard. And Ned seems to be akin with the handball rule. Beyond that, we're 1-0 down going into half-time. And when you're 1-0 down in a cup tie, where you desperately need a result, and there's no way to redeem yourself past the 90, you call upon a man by the name of Jimmyjam for some words.
Jimmy, what the hell's going on out there? Can we talk about it?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Can we talk about it?
We'll lift this second half watch.
Is this the second half where we come back?
It is.
All right. I'm watching.
I've seen this movie. I've read this book before. We come back and we watch.
Same thing I've mentioned the past few weeks. It's good football, which is the first thing. We're playing well. We're playing well. They have got their goal in what we did against Joey's. What they want to do is get their goal first and then just set up a low block and defend for the rest of the game. They'll time waste at any given moment. The ball's gone 40 metres past the goal. They have every intention of just walking to it. We're masters of the dark arts as well, but tides have turned and we're the ones attacking, chasing the goal. Be patient. Take your chances, please.
If they are going to sit deep, I already spoke to Norrie, we just got to keep running the ball because they're just going to keep sitting deep. But you got to check in to draw them back out. I thought it was. They're just, yeah, you're doing well. They're just going to stack 5 at the back, but if you come, they're just going to follow you. Yeah. And then, like, Leany's been doing it perfectly, getting in behind.
Just slow down, boys. Slow down when we get near that box. Listen for that call. I'm yelling out every time. There are so many times where we've got at least another 3 seconds on the ball and yet we're rushing it. Trying to have a snapshot or we're trying to ping one right across the goal. If they give you 30 metres of space to run down the line, run down the fucking line. Run towards that near post. Don't try and put an early cross in a miracle ball to the back post, yeah? Just run it. Simple. Other than that, keep moving the ball well. Yeah? Keep talking. Don't pull out of 50-50s, please. Yeah? Don't want to see that.
Just hit Jimmy's feet, yeah? Jimmy's feet, that's all I want to see second half.
Find Jimmy's feet. Very famous words when you're 1-0 down in a cup tie. What does that mean, you may ask? You may mean it means to physically find Jimmy's feet. But in my interpretation of that saying, it means to find spiritual leadership. It means to find a bit of go-ahead about you. And if I was to ask my left back Ned what he'd say the exact same thing. Find Jimmy's feet. And here I am looking for answers. Same with Schmidt and Comfort. And the answer appears right there in front of us, by the name of Jimmyjam. The blinding lights of Andromeda Oval call upon his name. A few weeks ago, he merely ditched us for the beers. And he knows that redemption is needed in order to win our trust back. Shout out to Nems, that's a great song with Kid Wild. But if we're to be truthful with ourselves, I think it literally means to find Jimmyjam's feet. Regardless of the outcome, because moments will happen, chances will appear, opportunities will arise, and an opportunity is going to arise here. The question is, whose feet will it fall to? Well, it's none other than Jimmyjam's. He's bursting down the right. Comfort's going to miss it, and it's going to fall to Schmidt, the back post. It's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Andromeda Oval, and if you're looking for a moment of madness, you best find Jimmyjam's feet. I repeat, you best find Jimmyjam's feet if you're looking for a moment of madness. 2 minutes into the second half. This man wastes no time. He wastes no time at all. Look at that. A beautiful ball like a knife through hot butter across the box to his left winger. And Schmidt with a great little lovely finish. But let's not get caught up in celebrations. It's still 1-1. And this ball's on its way into the back of our net until goalkeeper Holly intercepted it and said, not today, son. Not today. You've already got one for your troubles. Our momentum continues to build. Bisenberry with a corner. He's going to look for Mount Turbo, as we call him, because he rises above the pack. And there he is on a tilt backwards and heads the ball back across goal into the corner. The comeback is somewhat complete so far. There's still many moments to come in this game. However, in the first 5 minutes of the second half, we've gone from 1-0 down to 2-1 up. As you can see, the DNA at Blacks and Redbacks is changing. This is what we do. We get back into games, we keep our composure, and we play good football. I'm looking for Jimmyjam again here. And he's going to do a step over. He's full of confidence, man. He's going to cut the ball back. Bisenberry. Oh! Jimmyjam could have had 2 assists like that. Just like that. Blink and you miss it. Now, I'm going to play the ball back to Ollie here. And this man, he's going to accuse me of pushing him. And he doesn't do it right now. He actually does it around 30 minutes after the game. Let me know what you think. Did I push him? I don't think I did. And I actually did a little bit of a Ronaldo chop there. Not sure if you saw it, but if you did, shout out to you. You got a great eye for detail. Now, there's Ben Korn floating one into the back post. It's going to sit there for comfort. Schmidt on a ball roll. What skill's that? What skill's that? I need an ID right now. Yannick Balassi, pick up the phone. I got a question for you. And shout out to Janinho and Yasin Shakawi. I'm sure they'd be able to answer that question too. Yeah, we do underrated 5-star skillers around here. I wonder what Adel Tarat's doing. I reckon I could probably sign him on an Australia Cup deal next year. Now, there, look at that. What? That's a ball roll into, little... what is it? What is it? I need some track IDs there, please. Now, Ben Korn with a beautiful ball into the box. We're threatening off the corner. The keeper had an amazing save there on Josh Schmidt's skill move. And as you'll see here, the saves get even better. He's come off his line. The ball's heading on his near post into the goal. And he still palms it away. Great save there, Keeps. And as I mentioned earlier, these cup nights, man, they can just get the better of you. There's Norrie lunging in, actually get deja vu. Shout out to Olivia Rodrigo. Hope she's doing well. They're going to get the ball into the middle here. They're looking for things to happen. Turbo's going to get tumbled, and Jimmyjam's going to cop one on the face. No say he's not willing to dive for the badge. I tend to disagree. He's willing to do anything for the badge. And off that, we get an opportunity. Sammy Fennick finds his way towards goal. And is Ben Korn fouled here, or is it another dive? Does that make it a duo of dives today? Please let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm not sure personally. Now, if you thought the magic of the cut was over, Oscar Norrie's got a pass to show you. Question is, does it have the finish?
Oh, yes! Yes!
As you can hear, the Ultras completely outraged with their star striker Korn. These things happen. They expect perfection. And not only are the Ultras angry, but our best man on the sideline, cameraman Flat, is fuming.
How have you missed that, Korn?
Shout out to cameraman Flat, does a great job. But if there's one thing I know about Ben Korn, is that redemption is his and the world is ours. That's all you need to know. They're going to play the ball forward here, Cranebrook, and their star striker, John's on one. Moving with some serious pace there. Finds his striker, wants the 1-2, doesn't get it. I'm lucky to intercept. We're mucking around with it. It's 2-1. We're getting caught up in the blinding lights of Andromeda Oval, as I mentioned before. Sammy Fennick lunging in there, takes the shot early, and we get let off. And that was exactly the wake-up call we needed. We're going to go route 1 here, and Comfort's going to have one of the greatest finishes we'll ever see at Blacks and Redbacks.
Oh, you missed the goal.
Truth be told, Dimitri Payet's not a great moral guideline in this day and age. Look that up. But what he is a great moral guideline for is how much you can bend and dip a ball. And I think he'd be proud of that. I think he would seriously be proud of that. As we'll see here from the gig, the GoPro and goal. Seriously, just the amount of dip on it is just wildly insane. Shout out to Comfort. There's Jimmyjam running across the camera, and he's a spiritual leader. You can almost see all the aura running across there with Jimmyjam. Look at that for a finish, man. That is simply incredible. Shout out to Comfort, a striker full of confidence, and he's eating some grass there. Comfort's actually a vegan, fun fact. Now, Sammy Fennick's going to find myself, and Comfort's on one. He wants another one. And I don't blame him. Myself in a Ben Corn in a Comfort, and he's got pace to burn, the kid. He seriously just got pace to burn. He's going to cut back on the inside there, finds the far corner, and that is the comeback completed. We've 1-0 down at halftime to 4-1 towards the end of the game. Seriously incredible. And it's made easy when you play good football, regardless of the results that are happening throughout the game. Yeah, we conceded. So what? Shit happens. Welcome to life. Welcome to Blacks and Redbacks. Welcome to Sporting Club Helos. As you'll see there, Comfort just on one. Could have done a Ronaldo chop there, but, who might have judged it? Instead, he nutmegs him. Great finish. Multinational team, you're not having him. And Panama, while I'm at it, you're not having Sammy Fennick. Now, this fella's going to lunge in at Ned, and he's going to be the one that gets injured. Ned wasn't very happy with it, and rightfully so. Have a look at it from this angle. Cameraman flat standing right there. It's a pretty bad challenge. It's a pretty bad challenge. But Ned, he doesn't really react. He's a man of stoicism, I believe. Shout out to Marcus Aurelius. Now, man, Chris Moody, we're going to get into a bit of a wrestle here. Truth be told, he just had a cramp. And now I'm going to tell James Essehues and I'm up front, and I want one over the top to replicate Tim Cahill in 2014.
That's it, but here comes Tim Cahill. Oh, what a response!
Shout out to Tim if he was ever looking to join. I'm sure we would open up a position for him. And truth be told, he could probably take mine. As you can see there, nothing like Tim Cahill. Slower than a turtle, heavier than a truck. And falls back to Bisenberry. Unfortunately, the fruits of his labour not coming into fruition in front of goal today. But these things happen. Ben Corn's on one. He's going to take the final shot of the game. The comeback is complete. We are through to the second round of the Nepean Cup. And a massive shout out to Cranebrook. I truly appreciate you guys.
Cheers, brother.
Shout out to Cranebrook. So, what happened? Our club forgot to submit us, and there was the only way we could get into the cup. So there's 29 teams submitted, and so obviously you need 32 to go in. So 3 teams had a bye. So 26 teams had their game, and then 3 teams had an automatic bye to make it a round of 16 in the next round. So the 3 teams available were Glenmore Prems, Cranebrook Div 2, and St Mary's Div 6. Cranebrook Div 2 were gracious enough to give us a game. Despite them having the automatic bye, they gave us a game. And fortunately, we are in the cup, and we've been able to progress through to the round of 16. So, what that means is more episodes, thankfully. But more importantly, just a massive shout out to Cranebrook. Wouldn't have been able to do it without you, honestly. Incredible. All right, we've got the Flying Gutsman. We got Chris Moody, or Moody. You, Lebanese? Moody. You guys had the automatic bye, and you accepted the game very graciously from us to let us into the cup. You've just lost 4-1. What's your raw thoughts on? I'll let the Flying Gutsman go first.
Raw thoughts? We scored a goal.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that. It's been 4 games since we've scored a goal. So.
Wow. Shit.
Now we need to go back to focusing on the league, which is our main priority.
Yep.
I'd say. So, first of all, shout out my boy in Dubbo, Callum Elliott. I said I'd shout him out. No, we're alright. But a new formation tonight.
3 at the back, I saw.
3 at the back.
Lovely.
Yeah, a little bit ordinary, but
Works for the first half.
We'll move.
Lovely. Any more comments?
I just think we went away from what was working in the first half, and that's probably what did us in.
Yep.
But we'll get back to it. We'll be there. We'll be there at the end of the season.
Lovely. Thank you. Welcome.
Thanks.
I'll see you soon for a pork roll.
James, the first half was different to the second half. What was different, and what did you think that we did a lot better in the second half?
Yeah, look, I thought the first half, we didn't take our chances at all. The second half we came out firing, we played, some nice combinations in there as well, and then we eventually got the goals, yeah.
Absolutely, and were there any players that you think really stood out in the second half that really changed the game and the momentum for us?
Yeah, I think Zach Comfort, or Kumquat, or whatever else you want to call him, had an absolute blinder. He got a nice double, and it's just the 1 goal that we needed to break the game open.
And what about a personal assessment?
Yeah, well, peaks and troughs for me. But I definitely thought I played a lot better than I have in previous weeks. Got an assist as well, actually, which is nice.
Shout out to Cranebrook. We're about to go have some beers and a pork roll. That's incredible stuff. Oh, fuck. They took the cup game against us. They didn't have to do that. And now they're hosting us for a pork roll. D, you want a pork roll or what?
Yeah.
Shout out D Shots. if you're in Sydney and you want your game photographed, whether you're a player, club, these got you covered, Big D.
Yeah, I did.
Young hustler, man. They don't make many like him anymore.
Pretty good. Look at the hospo. Look at this, mate. Jesus Christ. You don't see this at Springwood, tell you what. Right, yeah.
Wow.
Incredible. Would you like to see it?
Gorgeous, yep.
Fucking incredible.
You're here to be a part of it.
I've got my own as well.
Why did you do that? You made a big lie. You pushed me. Why did you push me?
I didn't mean it.
No. That was a big lie, Anto. And it's just lucky because I'm playing your part and then the whole product. It's a body advantage, you know?
Yeah.
It was sweet. That was very good.
Gorgeous.
Oh, just phenomenal. Not all barbecues are made equal, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. By the time you're seeing this, in just over a week, we'll be playing in the Steve Mile Cup with my brothers. They will be my enemies on Thursday, the 29th of May. I'm with Big Rooter. Say hi, Big Rooter. What's going on? I'm with Mr. O'Keefe. Hi, everyone. Hello, aka Rock. Steve Mile Cup predictions. You're on the other side. Redback's killer of your team, brother.
Yeah,
Are they
look,
calling it?
a bit disappointed I didn't get a name. I think we got the win, first game of the season against these guys, so obviously they're going to come for a bit of revenge. But I think we got the job done. We got a couple of secret signings up our sleeve that Falks has no idea about that are going to sting him a lot. So I think that'll be the first mental battle we win, and then we'll end up winning the cup.
Yeah, I reckon we win. My last game was Redback, so I'm going out on a win, drinking beers from the cup.
Live